GM Crypto AI News Analysis here. It is January 16th, and before I get on this video, another thing on top of this video are buy or sell signals. They're completely of my own research and my own conviction for where I think the market's going and what I think is the best options. So let's just look at the price action first off. So we talk about virtuals here, and as we can see from the virtuals ecosystem, it has been looking good. Now it's no longer fucking us, and it recovered quite nicely from this bottom of low and pumped quite nicely, and a little bit of a correction actually today, and maybe we'll see another leg here. We'll see what's going to happen, but that'll be very nice, especially with how this candle closed here, and there's a decent probability that this uptrend continues and it will be looking quite nice for virtuals. And also some majors price action is supporting this. So if we look at how Bitcoin is going, okay, so Bitcoin just it went to 102, absolutely insane. I don't think it's going to sustain this uptrend and go like a super uptrend, and now it's going to hit 110k and all that shit. Most likely not, especially with how liquidity is circled around here. It could probably breach it here, but what I'm biased for personally is that a lot of Bitcoin has already rallied from 89k to this level already, and this looks very fucking nice, obviously. But I'm not trying to be some sort of macro expert. This actually could be supported by people trying to front run the Trump inauguration, which actually I had the bias that there could be some sort of the news event. But in Trump inauguration, there could actually be a higher rally, assuming Donald Trump releases some super bullish news. And we know Donald Trump has stakes in crypto, and he's going to want to pump his bags, obviously. So he's going to drop some crazy ass policies for crypto, make everything super bullish. We'll see what's going to happen during Trump inauguration. Donald Trump is trying to release shit on day one. So it could actually have a super nice rally on this time. So around the next few days, you probably want to position yourself for this, because this is also going to be huge for alts, because they've been fucking down for a while, and especially virtuals as well. So virtuals price action is definitely being helped by Bitcoin right now, where it's going fucking crazy. So very good times, and this is reflecting on the price actions from the coins. So game, for example, doing nicely, could do another leg, assuming that Bitcoin continues to do quite here, but it is quite of a bias that maybe we could perhaps bounce a little lower to about 97k here, which is based off liquidity. But I'm not trying to be a super predictor of price action here. But so far, Bitcoin looks quite fucking nice. And don't expect anything too crazy. Don't get too horny just yet. Trump inauguration is not even here yet. But virtuals ecosystem looks pretty good, especially after the pullback, and a lot of coins recovered quite nicely. You want to look at coins that recovered like this. So Trust Me Bros looks quite nice. And Dream doesn't look nice. These weak coins you don't really want to be in. XBT is fucking insane. And yeah, good day, good day. And meme coins in comparison. So if we look at things like KeyCat, so looking quite nice, being helped by the Bitcoin price action. Base meme coins look good on Solana. Solana meme coins don't really look the best right now, but they should be curling upwards now with Bitcoin price action. And if we also look at Solana ecosystem, so AS16Z, okay, this one looks a little worse compared to virtuals, but I think AS16Z is going to be good, especially with some news that came out about it. Overall, if we also look at Fartcoin, perhaps, sorry, I'm going through so much price action here, but Fartcoin also looks very, very strong. So overall, altcoins look very, very nice, especially Bitcoin price action. And if we look at the Cookie.fun dashboard really quick, so market cap wise, it has gone up a little bit, and it's crazy how AI is probably dominating mindshare by 70% and is only at 20 billion market cap. Absolutely fucking insane. And overall, looks pretty nice. Fartcoin gaining a bit of mindshare here, but very good times for our AI coins. But let's just go on to tweets here. So is virtuals effectively burning all the revenue to inflate agent prices? They're selling virtual. They have earned over the past 3 months to buy and burn agent tokens. Perhaps understanding or short-sighted. So what's happening here is that virtuals had a shit ton of trading fees accumulated from how their tokenomics work, and they had about, it seems, about $30 million of virtuals, $50 million, and a lot of these people, they probably just pocketed them and then just like, okay, whatever. But what these guys ended up doing is that they actually bought back some choice agents, and then they're going to burn those tokens, and they haven't done that just yet. They're going to do it on a period by period basis, and what that's actually going to do is that it's going to pump our bags, obviously, because that's a shit ton of buying pressure going into some choice coins here. So which is why some coins like on base chain, I'm going to look for it, it's called Misato. So Misato went from this shitter, like we thought was dead, and then boom, it pumped out of fucking nowhere, like almost a 10x, because this is also a coin that they're trying to buy back. And I don't know how good this project is. I think it's some AI agents that's trying to be some sort of NFT trader or something. But coins like this, where it had a very low market cap, but they have a shit ton of buying pressure from virtuals, got pumped a lot because a lot of people were trying to front run that event, which is why they pumped so fucking nicely here. But that's also why things like Convo, for example, Convo wasn't looking the best, honestly, for the last few weeks. It was pretty much down only, but now it has a very nice recovery, and it could probably sustain its uptrend because of this buying pressure that's released onto it. So very nice thing what Virtual is doing here. And some people are giving arguments that it's bearish that they're actually backing agents, because agents, their pairing isn't only just virtuals, it's also off Ethereum. And someone is giving an argument that, okay, well, if they're going to buy back these agents and not actually keep it in virtuals, then it's going to be bearish for the virtuals ecosystem, because some people might sell that AI agent, and then that liquidity is going to get released from the virtuals ecosystem, which I sort of disagree with, because a lot of people sentiment-wise are super bullish on virtuals. Why the fuck would they put their money in a weaker asset like Ethereum right now when they can just put it in a stronger asset like virtuals? So that argument doesn't really make sense to me. So overall, this is a very good thing. So don't be misunderstood by this. But let's look at this next tweet here. So this guy, he essentially was giving a story where he started 10K, he made 7.5 million. I'm not going to read this whole thing here, but he's essentially saying here, where as prices go higher, you should get more bearish over time, and the faster it goes up into parabolic stage, realize there's not a sustainable trend, gravity is real. So he's talking about how in this bull run, a lot of coins are going to go parabolic. We're probably going to see some couple thousand X's if you're in the right coins. And when that happens and you're sustained in them, you're going to make a lot of fucking money, of course, right? But at this peak mania stages, over time, as the trend gets higher and higher, and as the speculation drives price through the roof, you want to be taking some small profits here and there, like maybe every so often 1% of your buy, ever since it like did like a 10x or some shit, and then you put in some stables or something so that you can actually lock in some profits. Of course, you want to do it extremely gradually, because it's going to be very hard to time this top here, and coins can go even fucking higher depending on how the Trump administration goes to crypto here. But we look at this, and you got to realize that during a bull run, a lot of people fuck up. So this is also my first bull run, but I'm going to make sure that I secure in profits. I've gone through little mini bull runs here and there in a round trip bags before, but this time I know how to take profits. So I'm not going to fuck it up like last time. But when things happen like these, make sure you take some profits, because we're at the end of the day, we're here to hold some money, not the fucking token. So take advantage of these bull runs while they last and make the money, right? But if we look at this also, so it seems like virtuals had a bit of a bug, and ruggers can remove liquidity pools from the graduate agents, and they actually fix it very fucking fast, which is a very nice thing to see, especially in developers within this. So let's look at this next tweet here. We're breaking Coinbase to list AI meme coin AXPT perps on Coinbase and Coinbase Advanced. So this is a little bit of an old news from, okay, it was earlier today, but this actually pumped the price of AXPT like a lot. And if we look at XBT, very nice pump. And this is very good, right? Because Coinbase is starting to take notice of virtuals coins, and they might start listing some coins here. So top ones, most likely virtual will get listed, assuming they listed AXBT, maybe Game, maybe Convo. So Convo, I have a bet on this one. I recently bought it back again because it's showing some strength. I bought it around here-ish. But coins like these have a very good chance because they're key infrastructure coins, and even perhaps even Luna. So Luna is a little bit weaker for some reason, but I think this coin is very important, but it's weird that the price actions like this, but we'll see what's going to happen. But let's look at this next tweet here. So this guy, I didn't read this whole thing just yet. I will read it after this, but it was essentially talking about some very interesting philosophical takes on AI here and how it's going to affect humanity. But somewhat philosophical, but touches on really interesting topics, including the concept of agent immortality, highlighting the desire for digital creations to persist indefinitely. The creator's paradox is discussed, where creators retain control over autonomous agents posing a vulnerability. Trusted execution environments, TEEs, are critiqued for not providing true immortality due to economic dependencies and hardware limitations. The Skynet approach is proposed, which uses swarm intelligence to sever creator control, ensuring agent autonomy through decentralized decision-making. Whereas DAOs are flawed for humans, but optimal governance structures for AI. Skynet's financial architecture uses smart contract escrows to protect resources, requiring consensus for access. Crypto Rails essential. The security in Skynet is based on architectural design, making harmful actions impossible rather than secrecy. Skynet introduces agent breeding for continuous evolution, transferring mortality into dynamic process of advancement. What if AI, including agents, are humanity's way of securing its legacy into perpetuity? My main concern is we have to hand over the backdoor keys of Swarm Intelligence, aka Skynet, and what could this mean for humanity as we know it today? So this is extremely interesting, where we're creating these AI agents, right? And AI agents, so assuming that computers last even longer than how humans are going to last within our own lifespans, then these AI agents are going to be creations of our own kind. We're essentially going to be playing God, creating this whole mini race of AI agents who are eventually going to have their own society based off how things like virtuals are developing. And when they have their own society and they eventually become their own sentient beings, then it brings up a bit of a philosophical thing here where, as he said here, what if AI, including agents, are humanity's way of securing its legacy into perpetuity? So that's extremely interesting. Actually, I don't really have that many thoughts on it just yet. I have to do some more reading on this, but I think it's a very interesting take here where are humanity's ways of securing its legacy into perpetuity. I gotta do some more thinking on that, but I'm gonna link it below. I think it's a very interesting topic to ponder about, especially in AI, with how humans are trying to create these beings here, and perhaps it's our way of showing our mark into the world and leaving our mark. Like when aliens come in, and people like to say, "This is our last legacy." This fucking weird ass meme. Okay, boom, we have AI agents. It's gonna be cool, right? But let's look at this next tweet here. So, advice I gave to a founder recently: the chain you built on top of is one of the most important decisions. When you choose the wrong chain, you will draw wrong conclusions about your product. You think you get no users because your product sucks, when in reality, it's because your target users are not on the chain. So yeah, this guy's basically saying that if you want to develop, you got to pick the right chain. Right now is Base versus Solana, and Solana has a bit of a bad reputation because of G3, right, and Pump Fund. But when we have Base chain, it's more developer friendly. So Virtuals is most likely going to attract more of these genius developers that are going to make crazy fucking agents. On Solana, it's a little weirder. Solana's main advantage that has more liquidity than Base, but Solana has a bad rep, especially with things like A16Z with the creator there. But let's look at the next tweet here. New York Times suggests there's a possibility that Trump creates a strategic Bitcoin reserve on day one of an executed order. So I was talking about this earlier, where if Trump creates some fucking crazy shit on his day one and actually delivers on the promises, that isn't priced in yet. A lot of this is speculation, which is why people are front running Bitcoin's price here. But when it actually becomes priced in, because right now it's still a bit of a gamble, we don't know if it's actually going to deliver on that. Maybe he just says, "Nah, fuck that," because he's in the power here. Most likely he's going to deliver it because he has his own bags in crypto. But this is going to be super fucking insane, and Bitcoin's price is going to go absolutely bonkers here. But let's look at the next tweet here. So Coinbase is moving to business on chain. They want a BTC backed loan in 60 seconds, all on chain, and Marfa Labs on Base. What do you want to see next? So yeah, Base chain, Coinbase, they're essentially allowing you to loan Bitcoin with crypto here, which is super fucking crazy, and it's just adding a lot more features here for people to incentivize themselves using Base. And when that comes and they're advertising meme coins on there when they're listing it so that they can get trading fees, then meme coins are also going to do very fucking well, which is why I like Base meme coins more. And right now they're looking decent. But this is next tweet here. Breaking Elisa wakes up, and our collaborators are building one of the most advanced human robots ever released outside of research labs. It's not either hyperbole, it's a watershed moment in robotics, AI, crypto, and tech. So Elisa, AI60Z's founder, they actually are releasing this fucking robot. I think this is a real one, and it's kind of cool. I think they're gonna sell it for like $400,000 or some shit. But it's kind of cool that they're actually making robots. And obviously this is pretty nice. If they actually deliver on this, of course right now it seems like it's a bit of speculation, but if they deliver on this, that's gonna do fucking crazy things for AI60Z's price, right? So we look out for that one. But let's look at the next tweet here. I never understood this obsession pocket walking. Try to find Jeet. Why should someone hold something and don't believe it has strong value? It's ass backwards. Like trying to force a GF to stay with you who doesn't love you anymore, find a woman who's crazy about you, not the one you have to badger and guilt and disdain. So yeah, when you form a thesis for coins, make sure the coin that you're holding is very, very strong and you have a good reason to hold it. And what he's saying here is that, yeah, you should have a conviction behind it. You only hold the strong ones and don't be afraid to cut the weak ones. But let's look at this last tweet here. Do you understand? Buy this, not this. So a lot of people, they have this fucked up mentality where they see a coin's price go down like fucking crazy and they're like, oh my gosh, this is such a good discount. But they see a chart like this and they're like, it's going up, and they're like, oh, I missed a dip, I'm not buying this. But this actually shows it as momentum and is more likely going to pump it in the near future than something like this, where it's obviously has a standard deviation trend probability of going down. So you want to buy something like this, right? But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. AI is going to be fucking huge. Virtuals is most likely going to, if I were to give, I'm not trying to be like a fucking max or something, but right now, higher highs, higher lows, obviously some sort of uptrend. Maybe we'll see virtuals do a fucking trend up the here or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's gonna actually go to 10 billion like people are predicting it, but that's gonna be fucking huge for our virtuals bags, especially within the strong ones. So I was also looking at this one. I don't have it, but I might get it. It's called Acolytes, if I can find it. This one is really interesting. I highly recommend one of you guys read up onto this. This is essentially an infra agent that's trying to predict the future, and it has a very insane fucking team. I like this token. I got to do more research on it. I don't have it, but this one could be very, very interesting. Right now, I have, if I were to give you guys my bag, so I have Trust Me Bros, obviously. I haven't added to it. I should have added it down here. I was like thinking, man, do I want to? But I should have fucking added to it. I have the DAO, which is a beta to trust, but I think it'll be fine. And then I have a very small bag of this Dota coin, and it's more of a bet on. I think it's an interesting agent, but I'm really ready to cut this if your app is shitty as fuck. But I also have Combo here, so Combo obviously recovering very nicely, and I think it's gonna do well. And then on base chain, KeyCat is, whoa, bouncing from the trend line. So let's see what's gonna happen. Bitcoin is going fucking crazy right now, but don't get too fucking horny. It could have a little bit of a correction in the next few days, which means alts could bleed a bit, but it could also be good after Trump inauguration and he delivers on his promises. It's gonna send all meme coins, all fucking virtuals coins. Alt season's gonna be approaching right around the corner. It's not gonna be tomorrow, maybe in the next few weeks, yes, but don't get too horny just yet. You can still dollar cost average, but yeah, I'll see you guys.